Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Sorry about that. I had a couple of messages there pop up just as I was going live, so thought I would quickly respond, and here I am. It is Friday. My normal time now on Friday is a little earlier at 8 a.m. Mountain Time here, Calgary, Alberta time. So here I am. It's time to do Fun Fold Friday. I'm just going to wait for Facebook to pop into your feeds. Maybe someone is joining us, joining me. Feel free to say hi. I always love to hear from you and know where you're joining me from. It's so fun to know. Hello, Mary from Montana. Hello. Thank you for sharing my video. Thank you for doing that as well. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Margaret. Good morning. Hi, Cindy. Hello, Krista. Snowy day in Nova Scotia. Yes, I saw that on the news. Take it easy out there in Nova Scotia. My dad sent me a video too of our neighbor using his quad to clear out his driveway. So that's always nice, right? He's got some great neighbors. Hello. Let's see. Hello, Jan from Minnesota. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Janet. Thank you for being here. Hi, France. Good morning. Early for you too. Early birds up with me today. I love it. All right. We're playing with Perennial Lavender. Oh my goodness. And I, like many weeks, you guys, I fall further in love with things as I play with them. I bet they have lots of snow. Yep. Yeah, Dad. Oh, sorry, I can't see all the comments fly by so quickly. Sometimes I can't see them. Yes. Snow. It's good. You know, last night I had my craft and chat with my team. So once a month we do what's called a craft and chat, where we get together and we just do that. We craft and we chat. I was doing more chatting than crafting. I wasn't that productive last night, but I always say after about 8 p.m., 7 p.m., I'm toast, right? My brain does not work much after that. But it was so nice to visit with the ladies and chat with them and see what they were up to. And so that went from 6:30 to 8:30 last night. It's been a busy week. I'm really tired today. We had Scrapbook Club on Tuesday night. That was also a Zoom call. Love that. Love meeting with the ladies. They pop in with their kits. And I don't know if I have mine here. I can show them to you. Do I have them here? Yes. Oh. The ladies get their kits and then they can join us on the Zoom if they're too busy or whatever. They don't have to join. It's recorded and we have a private Facebook group. I want to share with you the ones I have for February in case you're thinking about joining in February. But the other night we did, let me just stand up here so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I showed you the January pages or not, but I'll show them to you when I flip the camera. Love my Scrapbook Club. They are just the bomb, those ladies. So it's so fun. That was on Tuesday night. So, and then I also ran my BOGO, my online BOGO this week. So it's been quite the week, you guys. And then coming out of January, going into February. Yesterday was February 1st and Stampin' Up! Announced all of the new things for Celebration. So mostly they do that, right? But they don't give us a heads up. They don't tell us what they're going to do. They surprise us with these extra things that we can now choose. So if you shopped in January and you're like, oh, I got everything I want. Well, now they give you more options in case you want to shop again in February, right? Because it's the greatest time of the Stampin' Up! Year. Hello, Dorothy. Hello, Jane. Hi, Ingrid. Hello, good morning, everyone. Oh, Annika says she's joining from cloudy Netherlands. Yes, very cloudy today. We've been blessed with the most spring-like weather in northeast Wisconsin. Yeah, Barbara, same here in Calgary. It's been unreal. Like, we had the deep frost. Like, it was wicked cold, like minus 50 degrees cold. And yesterday it was like spring, totally like spring. It's a good feeling, but you know that we're still into February and like, my goodness, we can get storms in April here. My son Andrew was born April 26th, and many birthdays I've seen snow on his birthday. So I don't think we're out of the woods. I'm being realistic. I don't think we're out of the woods, but I'll take it. Sorry. Just playing with my dies here, taking the washi off of them while I'm chatting with you. Okay, so let's get started. I'm excited about this card. We're going to make a beautiful card, a beautiful fun fold card today using Perennial Lavender. I'm using all the parts of the suite today. I think you're going to like this one. Now remember, if you see when you see my host code, if you're from Canada and you use that code by midnight on Sunday, I'm going to send you 5 of these card kits, and they are beautiful. You're going to want to get these for sure. All right, let's get started. Let's flip and get started here. Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Anne. Hello, Ethel. Wow, it's so good to see everyone here. Hi, Tony. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mary Ellen. Love this suite. Going to get together stamping with friends today. Yes, packing things while watching and listening. Oh, well, I wish you a fantastic day. There's nothing better than stamping with friends, right? We do it virtually here. Oh my, the new online exclusives. Yes, Krista. The online exclusives were announced for demonstrators yesterday. We could pre-order, and I was blown away. There's so many new things coming, you guys, on March 5th for customers, but if you're a demonstrator, you can get these now. So another reason to join the Stampin' Up! Family, to get those online exclusives a whole month early. It's so sweet to be able to do that and get Celebration on top of it, right? So Krista, I suspect that you've ordered already, and you probably got some of the new Celebration items. So many wonderful things. Okay, let's get started here. Hi, Debbie Guest. Hi, Donna Hemmer. Good morning to you all. Wow, thank you for being here. Hello, Orlande. Did I say that right? I hope I did. Hi, Dory. Good morning to you. Hi, Sandra from Saskatoon. And the groundhog didn't see the shadow today. His shadow today, really? Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, cheers to that. Okay, it's early. We're going to get started here. Late probably where you are in the world, depending where you are. If you're here joining us on the replay, thank you for coming back to see what we're up to today. I'm going to flip the camera now and point you down at my work surface, and let's get started. 7th overcast day. It has been made for above freezing here in New Hampshire. Yes, warmer temperatures. Hey, always good, I think, anyway. Hello, Verlande from Quebec. Hi, France. Came back to Golden and fog the last 2 days. Ooh, take it easy driving. Fog can be really hard. I know, I grew up in Newfoundland where there's lots of fog, lots and lots of fog. Okay, here we go. Bear with me. Flip. There we go. There's the sun. You know, the days are getting longer because on Friday, a couple of weeks ago, guys, I did my Friday live, and it was dark. If you guys remember that, maybe it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it was dark, dark, dark when I flipped my camera. Now we have full sun and blue sky out there, so bring it on. Love it. Okay, so if you haven't seen any of my videos this week, the replays are here on my Facebook group. Just click the tab at the top of my Facebook page here, and you can see all the videos. Click the videos tab and check those out. I will be uploading them all to YouTube as well, so sometimes it's easier to view them on YouTube. Okay, before I get started with my card pieces, let me show you my scrapbook layouts. And for that, I'm going to raise up. If you are interested in Scrapbook Club, these are the layouts. I think I have 1 or 2, I'm not quite sure, of these ones left. We did on Tuesday night. These are my January layouts. We did Trusty Tools, and the ladies got all of the cut pieces for these. Even the toolbox, I gave them the DSP. We cut out, my friend and I, we cut out all the pieces for the tools and the little drill and the measuring tape. So they got everything you see here. The only thing I cannot send them is the background white paper, and as well, no stamped images. They have to have the stamp set to do that. That was the first layout we did in January. The second layout we did for January was this sparkly New Year's one. And they got all the cut pieces like you see here, and the only thing they did not get was the stamped image and the stamped fireworks. And if they did get the die cut, so if they don't have the stamps, they could probably use a marker and just do the little firework marks. So that was January. February is here, and I'll share with you. I think I have 2 layouts left. So if you want to join this club, reach out to me today. I'd be happy to pop these in the mail to you. We are playing with the bees this month for a scrapbook club. And this is the layout that they already got in the mail. My scrapbook ladies got this ahead of time. So we are going to get together. Usually the last Tuesday of the month is when we get together to do these on a Zoom call. So if you're in Canada and you want to join me, it's a 10-month club. And it's a minimum $50 product purchase of your choice every single month. So you order whatever you want. Some of the ladies order the stamp set. Some ladies will order paper, ribbon, whatever they want, whatever their heart desires. And then they get the kits for free. Love the honey pots. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you there. And if you reach out to me, I will definitely let you know more about that club. It is a hostess club, so those ladies enjoy a shopping spree every time they're in the club. And most ladies, I am so privileged to say and happy to say that they rejoin. They rejoin after their 10 months and they keep going because I think they like it. I think they like the free kits in the mail and their shopping spree, their hostess credit shopping spree. Okay, I'm just putting my dies back onto my magnetic platform or my magnetic sheet here so that I do not lose them. And so this week we're playing with Perennial Lavender, which includes, the suite includes 2 bundles, guys. And I really think you need both. You need the images as well as these greetings. They are stunning. I love, love, love both of them together. It includes the paper, the gorgeous Perennial Lavender 12 by 12 paper. I've shown it many times throughout the week. And I'll be using a little bit of it today. Also, it has paper butterfly, paper butterfly accents. These ones right here. You get 40 of them in a package. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 on a sheet and you get 8 of these sheets and they are ready to go. All you have to do is just open your package and lift them out. They're already die cut. You can color them. You can emboss them. All kinds of stuff you can do with these. So nice. I just put mine in a clear case. I love these clear cases. You can get these from Stampin' Up! In a set of 4. I also keep my embellishments in those as well. And speaking of embellishments, the Purple Fine Gems, Purple Shimmer. Yeah, they're called Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. These are also included in the suite, so you get everything you need to make, oh my gosh, gorgeous, gorgeous cards. Okay, so let's get started here. We're going to make, do you want to see the card first? I'm going to show you what we're making. We're making a pop-up slider card. Check it out. Look at this one. This one has a little linen thread at the top, and you just pull, and then boom. You're simply marvelous. Happy Mother's Day. But of course, you can change the greeting, and it'll flatten down and go into your envelope. Isn't it pretty? Oh my God. I'm so in love with this card. I think this is my favorite of the week. I know I've probably said that about all 5 cards, but there's nothing like a good pop-up slider. And this is how it looks from the side. Oh my gosh. I love it. It's one of my favorite fun folds. So we're going to do that one today. And just, you can relax because this will be on my blog a little bit later today. But we're going to just get started here. We've got 2 pieces of cardstock the same size. And we're going to make sure they're the same size. Let's see, I think this one's a hair bit longer, my white. So it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But I think I got a little bit too long on my white here. So let's bring in my trimmer. And we're going to, I got a piece of DSP stuck in my trimmer. So make sure it's 5 1/2. Got a little hair more. Oh, no. Don't you just hate it when that happens? I just snagged my cardstock. So, see that? See that? Oh, I don't, that is, okay. Deep breath, Rose. This is not going to be the day. We're going to just grab another piece of cardstock and we're going to cut that. I'll use that for my scraps, for my stamping and my die cutting. Not a big deal. Not the end of the world. Okay, so we're cutting 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Boom. Okay. Let's make sure they're both the same size. Yes, now they're the same size. I'm happy. Stuff happens, right? That's just life. Stuff happens. Okay, I need my trimmer. This is your most critical tool that you need for this card is the trimmer. And let me share with you how we're going to cut this. So the first thing we're going to do, well, we'll put the white piece off to the side, okay? We're going to do all of our cutting on our gorgeous great piece here. And what we want to do is we're going to take the 4 1/4 side across the top. Okay, so you want to put that into your trimmer across the top. And we're going to line this up at the 3 1/2 inch mark. Okay, so 3 1/2 inches. And we're going to pierce the cardstock at the 3/4 inch mark. So I've shown this before, but I want to show you again. On my paper trimmer, if you lift up the arm, you can see I have a white strip here. You know what that is? That's tear and tape. That's our tear and tape right here, this tear and tape on a roll. I just took that and I actually popped the arm out of my trimmer. So you can take that out. You can just, it's a bit, I was going to say bendy, but it's not really bendy, but it's bendy enough that you can lift it out. So there, I took it out and then I put my tape on there. And the reason I did that is because my eyes are getting a little older. But even if your eyes aren't old, I mean, this is just makes it easier to see the increments on the ruler here with the white background. So that's why I did that. So we'll pop that back in. The trimmer just has these little holes here. So you can start at one end and go to the other. So I'll do the bottom. And then you can like just stretch it and pop it back in. Super easy. Okay, so back to the top here. We're going to take our short end, our 4 1/4 end. We're going to line it up at 3 1/2 inches. And then on the side over here, we're going to use my cutting blade, which is the dark gray one. I'm going to pierce the cardstock at 3/4 of an inch. So let's see, my blade's not sitting right. Let's go back to the bottom and line that up. Okay, so 3/4 of an inch up here. I'm going to pierce. And you can actually feel it. You can feel when you pierce the cardstock. And I'm going to show you a close up. This is where I'm lining up. Sorry for the closeness, but I want to show you what I'm talking about here. So on that ruler on the side, you can see on the blade, we've got this line right in the center. I'm lining that up with my 3/4 inch mark right there. So that, and this little triangle in the center of your blade, that is the middle. That's where you're piercing your cardstock. So the blade is right in this location right here. So we're going to line that up with the 3/4 inch mark, and then we're going to slide this line all the way down to 4 3/4. Okay, so down here. Okay, so hopefully that was focused and you could see what I was doing there. So we're going to pierce, we're already pierced 3/4. We're going to slowly bring the blade back to 4 3/4 and then stop. Okay, so what I've done is this. That's how I did that line. So we're going to take this now, we're going to flip it over because I need to do another one on this exact same side, the exact same size on the other side. So lining up at the 3 1/2 inch mark, I'm going to pierce the cardstock at 3/4 of an inch. Boom. And I'm going to pull that blade back to 4 3/4. All right. So here's what I have. Two tracks. Okay. So it doesn't matter which is which. They're both equally the same distance. And so now you can decide. What we're deciding is where the bottom is going to be. So I'm going to take this now, pop it back in. Now we're putting the long side up at the top. And we're going to line that up at 4 3/4. And now I want to cut from one cut line to the other. So you can come in here, and if you like numbers and measurements, we're going to cut from 3/4 inches to 3 1/2 down here. So now I'm using this over here again. So you can go 3/4 inch, and you can actually line up, if you don't like numbers and you're like, oh, I don't want to use the ruler anymore, you can actually see where your blade is, and you're cutting from that cut line down to this cut line, which is actually the 3 1/2 inch mark. All right, so we're just completing the rectangle, I guess, if you will. So there we go. We've got our cut. Ooh, a little bit. I missed by just a smidge. I'm just going to pull that. There we go. So there's my cut line. So now this is the bottom of the card. So we're going to have to put some score lines in here to make the pop-up mechanism. And what we want to do now is take the bottom. I'm going to turn it, put it into the trimmer. Now I don't want my cutting blade anymore. I'm going to move that way out of the way. And I'm going to line this up at 1 1/4 inch. The edge is at 1 1/4. Then I'm going to use my light gray scoring tool. I'm going to score in between the cut lines, okay? So I'm just looking here, and I'm just going to score in between, back and forth in between. And I'm going to slide that over to 3 inches. So 1 1/4 gave me that little line. Now I'm going to do the same thing at the 3 inch mark. Just scoring in between the cut lines. And then I'm going to slide down to 4 3/4. And one more score line in between the cut lines. All right, so there we have our 3 score lines. A little one right here, middle one, and then the back one. That's it. That is the hardest part. It's not even hard at all, guys. Practice on some scraps cardstock if you want to. It's super easy, and it really, this is a really fun card. It's one of my favorite fun folds. Okay, so I'm bringing in my bone folder. We're going to score all of these lines. So score, just reinforce those score lines that we just made. Here's the one in the middle. And then this one right here scores up. So we have a valley, a mountain, and a valley, and I'll explain what that means. So there's our valley, there's our mountain, and then there's our valley, okay? So that's how it looks, just like that. And let me just scroll. I'm not seeing your comments, but I'm hoping you guys are understanding what I'm saying. All right, so, okay. Hi, Alexina. Okay, great. I'm seeing some of your comments. The tape makes it easier. Yeah, Debbie does that too. Yes. Anything that makes our life easier is always welcome, right? Okay, so this piece now, we're going to flip it over. I'm going to bring in my tear and tape, and we're going to put tear and tape on this little piece down here. So we're just going to put our tear and tape along this skinny piece like that. And then we're going to put it on the long sides and at the top, okay? No, sorry, long sides and at the bottom. Whew. Okay, let me just double check that I'm doing that right. Yeah, you don't want it at the top because you won't be able to move it. Okay, so we've got it like this. We're going to come down the sides like that. Tear. Love this stuff. It is so strong. So love my tear and tape. I'm going to go down this side. You could use liquid glue too. You just got to be careful that you don't make a mess with it. So we're just using tear and tape today. And then across the bottom. Okay, so across the bottom, we're leaving the top open so that things can slide. Because if I glue the top, you won't be able to move this, right? It'll be shut. You don't want that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to bring in another piece of white. And this is the piece of white that's going to be our slider. So here I've got one that's partially put together. So here you can see how this is the tear and tape back here. And these are my side pieces that I haven't taken off yet. So this piece of white is going to be adhered to the slider. So we're going to pull off that tear and tape first. And we're going to stick this on. And what I like to do is expose that a little bit. Expose it so that you line this up properly. I don't want any white sticking out over the edge. Okay, so we're just lining this up like that. And then you can see how it's lined up and I don't have any white lip. You can actually see on my sample, and the reason I want to share that with you is because can you see on my sample, and I wasn't real happy with this, so I wanted to fix it. I have a little bit of a white lip there. It's not that visible, but when you close the card, it doesn't go together perfectly, right? So if you don't want that little gap, this is my tip. This is what I want to show you, is to line this up so that it takes a little extra second, but I think it's worth it because you won't have any white sticking out. And once your card's glued together, you won't be able to trim that white off, okay? So, all right, so we've got that. Now what we want to do is we're going to bring in this punch here. I love this. Is 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I did check the website. It is available. I'm going to line that excuse me, I'm going to line it up at the top. Just want to do a little slice out right here. So this is going to be where the pull tab goes. Okay, so we've got that, and we're not going to punch the hole in this piece. We want that to be flat. But remember that other piece of basic white, this one right here. We're going to line that up at the back, and nothing's glued yet. We're just lining it up, and we're going to bring the punch back in again, and we're going to use that half circle or quarter circle, whatever you want to call it, slice, and we're going to punch the white. I think I got a little bit of the purple there. That's what, or my gorgeous grape there. Okay, so there we have it. We have this piece here is our back. And then that other slider piece will be sticking out, right? Can you see that? So that's going to be able to move. So now all we have to do is pull off the tear and tape and glue this together. So I've got my white, I've got my piece here. I can use my take your pick tool to get underneath that tear and tape. You can burnish first. I highly recommend burnishing your tear and tape. You can use your take your pick tool, or you can just burnish with your fingers. And we're just peeling off the tape. And then we can go ahead and put this together. And the rest is the fun stuff, the decorating stuff. Okay, so take this and we'll go over top here like so. And there we have it. All right. So we got a slider. We got a slider. I love this. Love it. I can never get enough of it, you guys. Okay. So to attach, we might as well do the linen thread now too. So we have our glass mat that you can get for free with the starter kit. But we still have our Stamp and Pierce mat. So let's take our Stamp and Pierce mat, bring that out, and we're going to put this on top, and we're going to pierce our hole for the pull tab. So you can take your pick tool and you can pierce right, like just kind of line it up and make a piercing. You might have a little tiny hole punch. If you don't have one, this is what I want to show you out of current materials that you can use. So I'm making a little hole there, and then I'm going to grab my baker's twine. And we're going to make our little pull tab. I thought about putting ribbon, but I thought, no, I want it to be dainty. I want this card to be, you know, soft. And I just thought that the linen thread made a nice little pull tab. So I'm just taking about, what am I using? About 8 inches here. Yeah, I mean, you can just eyeball it. Just make a double piece. So about 8 inches doubled over, and then we're going to take both ends, put them together if you can, and then we're going to go through the front with both ends. Yes, it worked. Okay. And then take your loop over the top of the card and grab your 2 loose ends and pull it there like that. Okay, so then you have it's very long. You probably can get away with, you know, maybe 6 inches, but give yourself enough so that you can actually do that loop and go through, because nothing any worse than not cutting enough of your linen thread and you just don't have enough to work with. All right, so there we go. We've got that going on. So now the person can get the card and they know, like it's kind of self-explanatory that you should pull, right? I think so anyway. Okay, so now we're going to, let's put away the pierce mat. I didn't cut this piece, so we're going to grab our paper trimmer again, and I'm going to bring in this piece right here. This is gorgeous piece with the smaller flowers, and we're going to cut this at 1/2 inch. So let's just put it into the trimmer, cut at 1/2 inch all the way down. And then we're going to turn. Now these pieces will be included in your kits, right? When you guys order your kits, when you place your order by midnight on Sunday, minimum $60 order, this card kit is going to be one of them in your kit. And I will have all these pieces cut for you. I just can't send you stamped images. That is a Stampin' Up! Rule. Okay, so we're going to put these on the side like this. Okay, pulling in that beautiful paper. And we're going to glue that down. All right, so let's lower down a little bit here. Okay, so you can hopefully still hear me. All right, so we're going to grab our liquid glue and we're going to glue these panels down on the side. Even this side is beautiful too with the Lost Lagoon greenery. I just love it. So beautiful, this bundle. This suite is just absolutely remarkable. All right, so we'll put this one over here. See that? Sometimes you just need a little pop of color from the paper. It goes a long way. So don't throw away your pieces. Hold on to all your little pieces. You'll probably use them on cards like this one. And sometimes it's nice to do your envelope, you know, add a little pop of the color. Okay, so now we're going to put this aside and we're going to do some stamping. So let's grab some scrap white and bring in our stamps. So from the Painted Lavender stamp set, we're going to bring in this big lavender piece, lavender stamp. We're going to bring in another one here, and so I'm using this big one, this one over here, and the sprig or the tree or whatever you want to call it in the background. We're going to do that one. We're going to do the die cutting ones first, and then we'll do the other part. Okay, so the ones that I want to die cut are this one here. And we're going to stamp that with Highland Heather, sorry. Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape are going to be my two colors I'm pulling in. So Highland Heather, we're going to do the background. So tap, 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 and stamp, boom. And then we're going to grab Gorgeous Grape, and we're going to stamp this accent. I'm calling it an accent sprig because it's a little bit darker. Let's see. There. So we've got Highland Heather in the background. We've got Gorgeous Grape going on in the front. And then from the Perennial Postage, oh my goodness, I love these greetings. I can't get enough of them. We're going to bring in You're Simply Marvelous, this one right here. And I'm going to stamp that with Gorgeous Grape. Oh, that's not my Gorgeous Grape. That is not my Gorgeous Grape. That's Highland Heather. I want to use Gorgeous Grape because it's a darker purple. I think it stands out a little bit more. So let's grab the right color. Not Highland Heather. We're going to grab Gorgeous Grape. Tap, tap, tap. And we're going to stamp this way. Boom. Okay, so now we're going to cut these out. Is that all the die cutting I need? I think so. Okay, so let's bring in our image, our shape for the lavender. That one's going to go on there. And from the Perennial Postage, pardon my reach here, we're going to grab this one right here, this die cut right here. And we're going to put that right over the greeting, like so. And does it fit? Does it fit? Yep. All right, so hold that down. And then this one we're going to put on top here, and we're going to grab a piece of washi and hold that one down. And then I'm going to grab my scissors and make this a little bit smaller so I can use my mini boss. So let's go ahead and trim. There we go. And we might as well trim this excess piece off. No point putting extra cardstock through the machine if you don't need to, right? Okay. All right, so we've got that. Let's clean up my stamp. You're Simply Marvelous. We'll put that back in the case. And we're rocking. Okay, let's bring in my mini boss. This is my boho blue mini boss. Open up the platform. We're going to use our gray plate and our number 2 plate, our cutting plate. We're going to put this down onto the plate, and then we're going to put our top plate on. And I like to make sure that the numbers, like the little circles, are lined up like that. And then we'll go ahead and gently move into the machine and use my thumb to nudge it across. And then once it engages with the wheels, I will hold on to the top and cut this out. All right, done with this little guy. He sits over on the side of my desk. I love him. And there we have our die cutting. Okay, so we've got our lavender and we've got our greeting. Okay, marvelous, simply marvelous. Now that's not, it's not as straight as I would love, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it because you know what? It's hand stamped. It's not supposed to be perfect, right? So if anybody ever tells you, oh, it's not perfect, well, you know what? Maybe next time you should buy them a card. No. I mean, no, never buy cards. You got to make your own cards. If you've got the stuff, you got to make your own. Nobody's going to say it's crooked. It's okay. Let's bring back our card. Okay, so we've got these die cut. The pieces you're going to need for the front. We've got a piece of crumb cake that is going to sit right here. And I can actually go ahead and glue that on right now. I'm going to put my glue in this section right here, and we're going to put this piece of crumb cake. I'm going to center it here. Press that down. That's going to stay right there. Then we've got a piece of basic white that we're going to do some stamping on. That's going to go on top. So let's do that stamping right now. So on this one, we're going to bring in Lost Lagoon first. We're going to do a little background stamping with this beautiful tree, this sprig with Lost Lagoon. I'm going to stamp over here on the left-hand side, stamp straight down, and then immediately I'm going to pick up and I'm going to turn it and I'm going to stamp again to get that second generation, we call it second generation or two-step stamping. So you get that darker green and then the nice lighter image behind it. I love that effect. All right, so we're done with the Lost Lagoon. Now we're going to bring in Highland Heather and we're going to stamp the big lavender image. So let's tap, tap, tap on here. We're going to stamp that right over top of this Lost Lagoon. And come down a little bit lower like that. And then what else we're going to do? We're going to, the butterflies. Yes, the butterflies. That cute little butterfly stamp with the 2 butterflies. We're going to stamp that one down in Gorgeous Grape down here in this white space at the bottom. All right. And what else? We're going to do some sponging. Yes, we are. We're going to bring back Highland Heather, and we're going to do a little bit of sponging on the edges of this just to really soften it up. So take your blending brush, press into your ink pad very gently, and then we're going to start on the glass, and we're just going to go in a circular motion and just gently come into touching the cardstock just to add a tiny little soft hue of purple. So we're using Highland Heather here, and go all the way around. You can go back to the glass and pick up that ink that you put there, because it's glass, so it's going to sit on there until you either go back and get it or you wipe it up. Okay, so I got a little bit on my fingers, and I got a little bit right there. Ugh, that's not good. That's okay. We're just going to roll with it for now. I'm going to cover a little bit of it up because I'm bringing in this lavender, and we're going to flip that over. No, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to bring in my chamois cloth, and I'm going to wipe up my work surface. Always, if you have the glass mat, don't forget to wipe up your work surface, because when you flip things over, you will pick up that ink onto a piece of cardstock that you probably don't want to have ink on it, right? Okay, let's grab my liquid glue and add a little bit to the background here. Little bit, teeny tiny bit. And we're going to put this right in the center of my crumb cake piece. We still got our front greeting, and we've got our lavender shrub, lavender flower. I'm going to bring in some mini dimensionals and put on the back of that one. So I'm just going to grab 3 of these mini dimensionals. I love my Take Your Pick tool for picking these guys up. And it does double duty when you take it and you pull off the backings of your dimensionals. And then it's just so much easier to just discard them into your waste. Okay, so now we're going to put that right here, and I'm going to see if I can angle it so I can cover up. Oh, look at that. I think I did. Cover up my little mistake. This greeting here is going to go on, let me pull it up. It's going to go on this ridge. So it's going to move. So your greeting is going to move with the card. I love that. So what I'm going to do is bring in my big dimensionals, and I'm going to put them right on that ridge. So I'm going to put one right here, like that. Peel off the backing. And then I'm going to grab another one, put it right beside it. I'm doing it on here instead of putting it on there, because then I know it's not going to obstruct my card from its motion, right? So then take your Simply Marvelous. Now you could also, let's add a little bit of color to that too. I'm going to grab my Highland Heather and just add the same kind of dry brushing with my blending brush on the edges. Make it all match. All right, so there we go. We're going to do that, and grab my chamois cloth. My chamois cloth. Okay, here it is. Okay, let's clean that up. I'm obsessed with cleaning the glass because I don't want to have an accident, right? You don't want to have some problems. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we're just going to position it right on top of those dimensionals, kind of centering it there. There we go. So then when I close my card, it's going to just move down into this area. Okay, so there we go. We've got our Simply Marvelous. We've got our background images. Now we're going to bring in one of those beautiful, beautiful butterflies. And let's grab my packaging here. So you get a whole bunch of these. I used on my sample card, I used the big one, but any of these would work. I'm going to use this one, the smaller one. Okay, so we're going to put that, we're going to do some sponging on here. On my sample card, I used the bigger one and it went off the edge, and you have to, if you're going to use the bigger one, you just got to make sure you're putting it so that it doesn't stick out over the side, or you won't be able to fit it into your card. But we're going to use this one right now. So I'm putting it on my glass. I'm going to bring in some sponge daubers. Okay, and we're going to add some color to this. So the first color I'm going to add is some gorgeous grape. So tap, tap, tap on your gorgeous grape. And just going to kind of pounce over top of, I don't really want to rub too much because I don't want to snag this die cut. I don't want to rip it. So just be gentle. And I'm just adding some gorgeous grape right there to the butterfly's body. Then I'm going to grab Highland Heather. Oh no, I'm going to grab Fresh Freesia. Fresh Freesia, just to add a little bit of softer color. And my Fresh Freesia dauber here. And we're just going to add a little bit of that lighter purpley pink color. Tap, tap, tap all the way around. You can rub a little bit. Just got to be very careful. You don't want to rip. Okay, so then I'm going to finish off with Highland Heather on the edges. Here, you can do gorgeous grape on the edges if you wanted to. You could even bring in Lost Lagoon and add a little bit of green to your butterfly. Anything goes, because butterflies can be so many different colors, right? And you can color these with your blends. You can use your Stampin' Write markers, which is so fabulous because you can get the core colors now for free as a new celebration option. They introduced yesterday. You can actually get the core colors markers, the Stampin' Write markers. So they would be fantastic to add color to your butterfly. So now my butterfly is going to sit right up here in this white space. So all I want to do now is just flip it over and add a little bit of glue to the thicker parts of the butterfly. So like his body right here, come up here into the wing. You don't want to add a ton of glue. You don't need a ton of glue, just a little bit to secure it down. All right, so then we'll lay that right here. The butterfly is approaching the lavender for a little sniff. Okay, so there we've got the butterfly. And last but not least, we're going to grab our beautiful purple fine shimmer gems and add some bling. Okay, so where's my Take Your Pick tool? Let's grab my Take Your Pick tool. How do things go missing? How do things go missing? This is creativity. Oh, it's right in front of me. Look at that. And I'm going to close my ink pads. I'm wearing a black jacket here, but you know, you should never put your arm in your ink pad. And the way to not do that is to close them, right? I know you guys tell me all the time, close your ink pads, close your ink pads. Okay, grabbing my Take Your Pick tool, I'm going to use some of these. You can use all different colors. We'll put a big one right there, and we'll put a couple of smaller ones up here in the white space. One right there. There we have it, my friends. What do you think? Do you like this card? I had fun making this one. I see your love. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining me. Oh, great. I'm so happy. Pam says, or no, Maggie says, I honestly have not seen this one before. So that's great. I'm so happy that I've shown you something new. Oh, I forgot to do the inside. So your Simply Marvelous is on the outside, but as you slide the card open, you have all this white space. And what I did on my card, I made it a Mother's Day card. So let's do that. We're going to bring in from the Perennial Postage. There are like so many greetings, guys. This is the stamp set I'm talking about. It's a set of 10. You have 10 different greetings. So I'm going to bring in Happy Mother's Day. I'm going to be ahead of the game here and get this started. In North America, Mother's Day is not until May, but that's okay. This is a beautiful, beautiful card to make for Mother's Day or any other of these amazing heartfelt sentiments that are in Perennial Postage, right? Sending love and best wishes. You mean the world to me. Can't thank you enough. All of those would look fantastic in here. Now you could put Happy Mother's Day here, and then up here you could say you mean the world to me and write your note, right? So lots and lots of white space and areas where you can add lots of more stamping or your greeting. So there we have it, my friends. I hope you like this one. I hope you'll join me in grabbing your very own Perennial Lavender Suite. I cannot wait to send you these cards. If you're in Canada, of course, I told you before, I can only do business with Canadians, but I want to share with you the cards that I've done this week. We'll do a little recap here on Friday. So on Monday, I made this one for the Global Design Project Challenge. It was a sketch challenge. It was Big Hugs, You Mean the World to Me. So that was Monday. Tuesday, we did this one and we played with that beautiful folder from the Softly Sophisticated celebration for free. And then Wednesday, we played with this one, featuring some more of the beautiful paper, bringing in that Lost Lagoon pattern and this awesome pattern back here. So beautiful. So you're simply marvelous. I can't thank you enough. That was Wednesday. Thursday was yesterday. We played with some Blackberry Bliss, and we focused on the Perennial Postage dies, which can go together in so many different combinations. That was Thursday. And today is Fun Fold Friday, and we brought in the beautiful butterfly accents that you get in the suite. So I have played with every single part of the suite because I think you need the entire thing. It is so beautiful. All right, I'm going to flip you back around. Whoops, maybe not. Let's see. There we go. Thank you all for joining me this morning or on the replay, whichever way you're watching. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support in my small business. I am truly, truly grateful for you all. Thank you for those of you that participated in my BOGO this week. That was amazing, you guys. I'll be doing another one. I like to do them when there's a new catalog. And it was fantastic to do it right now because it's celebration, right? So you guys got free stuff from me, and you're also getting free stuff from Stampin' Up. So I posted a picture of me with my boxes that I was sending out, and I'm like, I wonder who's going to get there first, me or Stampin' Up, right? Are you going to get your free stuff from me? Or are you going to get your free stuff from Stampin' Up, your celebration things with your order? So thank you again for participating and for being here with me this week. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will see you again for another live on Monday morning at 9 o'clock Mountain Time, Alberta time here in Canada. And happy stamping. I hope you get some creative time in this weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.